is that you were able to sort of listen to the actual undercurrent, and it being the sense of um, making change and using it as a tool to, particularly the youth and male
Mm,
youth, because the central character was a young man, and that connection to family and to the expectations and goal settings that sometimes just get too much, and wrong decisions potentially are made. So
yeah.
um, that was the cornerstone, and that was the moment that I knew I was talking to the right person, and it was an easy
Nice.
sell to everyone when I explained the heart that you had when I was explaining the project to you, and you were making me even further understand what it was that I was trying to achieve. So I thank
Yeah.
you for that, Evan, from the bottom of my heart again, mate.
No, thank you.
Do you remember those first conversations we did have?
I do. It was during, like, lockdowns and
Yeah,
restrictions, and I remember uh, having three kids running around the playground, and I'm pacing up and down having this intense conversation. Like, man, this is like, and like you said, I really immediately I just caught the heart of
yeah,
what you were saying, because the way you were describing what you were wanting to portray visually, and
yeah,
how the song would come into that, even originally, and just
yeah.
I think the timing of that, after over a decade of
Mm,
doing mentoring with young people, with workshops and creative stuff, and journeying through life with people that have really experienced some of this stuff, like that character from the original. Like, I could put so many faces and names to that character, and feel like I'm standing right next to that person. And then
yeah,
the timing as well, on my own journey, was, have had multiple seasons in my life wrestling, mental health, and the things that come along with that. And so I just really fell in love with the art, and just how can I speak into this, but posture myself in a way that I'm not giving any answers, but
mm, mm.
just speaking into that situation in a way that might have some value to someone that,
Yeah. I think that's
it's,
the value. I think
yeah.
that's the value of that creative mind and that abstract mind. Like this is the echoing theme that when I've already been speaking to Sophia, and then I've spoken to Ethan, is that you can give people just a seed of
Mm,
something, and then they're able to take that and run. And that's what I felt in our conversations. Is I was sort of wrestling through an idea in my head, and I had such a responsibility with the theme of my particular piece being about suicide,
mm,
and the echoing theme of being, we're not trying to provide solutions here, but at least somewhat bring attention to the way in which a young mind, let alone any
mm,
any mind, can kind of have a moment where the shadows start to come in too much and start to bring that heaviness and that darkness into a thought that might just needed to be given some light by
mm,
someone either recognizing the behaviors of that person, or that person in themselves allowing themselves to start the conversation, or to um, having that courage to start it, and pick up the phone, or meet some
mm,
go out and meet some of these amazing groups, as you're saying, that you're part of, where there are people wanting to you know be there for that support, because sometimes you can't initially get it from your home environment, or you feel like you can't, or there's all these reoccurring emotions, and shame and embarrassment and failure, and all
mm,
these kind of things. So this, I love how you said that the central character had so many faces, which I think
yeah.
really looking at the core of it, we could reflect ourselves, within that. uh,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
Right.